Hey guys, this is Brianna Gardner from EDS 206, and this will be my video on the leaning in. The first thing we were supposed to talk about is a summary of the article that demonstrates my understanding of it and its connection to our schooling, both as teachers and as a student, both as a teacher and a student. For that, I think overall it was about strategies that you can use in order to try and understand all the social injustices that are going on around us and taking away your opinions. One of the key arguments I really liked was the difference between knowledge and opinion, and how nowadays we have a lot harder time distinguishing the two, and we don't want to accept that we're wrong. We don't want to accept that our opinions are wrong. And some evidence for this was that planet video that they talked about in the article, how the younger boy didn't want to listen to the teacher on how Pluto is no longer a planet. Well, when he was taught at a younger age, he was taught to memorize planets, and Pluto was a planet, so he's using the opinion and memorization instead of facts and knowledge in order to back up what he's saying. And from characteristics of planets and what they call a planet, or label a planet, I should say, proves that Pluto isn't a planet. I also liked what the author had to say about higher standards, and because nowadays we are given higher standards, definitely, and more so focus on one right answer instead of actually understanding the material. It's a lot of memorization, I feel, and I feel like that's something that we really need to work on, is get away from that. And you can see this through all the standardized tests and things like that. The next thing we were supposed to do is challenge one of the claims in the essay, and I would have to say that the one I challenge in quotes is, "The effort is not the same as understanding." I agree and disagree with this. I agree because it's important for the students to understand, but some students can work so hard, and just because they might be a little late understanding, we'll get it eventually, you're going to deduct them just because they're having a harder time with it, even though they're putting in all that effort. And there's students that come and they're not physically there, or they're physically there, but they're not mentally there, and they may be getting better grades just because they're there, and they're not actually trying to understand things, they're just there. I think it's important because we need to know when our students are trying hard and take them into consideration. In other words, I guess I should say that I think grades need to be balanced on both effort and understanding. I think they're both important. Let's see. Describe which guideline in the essay may be the most challenging to you as a future teacher and why. I can go through the guidelines first, just so we remember what they all are. The first guideline was strive for intellectual humility. The second was recognizing the difference between opinions and informed knowledge, like I was talking about before. And third guideline is to let go of anecdotal evidence and look at the broader social patterns that are going on. In other words, let go of the experience you have and your opinions and take a step back and look at it from the systemic view. Guideline 4 was notice your own defensive reactions and use these reactions as entry points for gaining deeper self-knowledge. For this one, it's just saying that notice how you're reacting to other students when they say things, and you want to use these reactions in a good way instead of a bad way. Guideline 5 is recognize how your own social position informs your perspective and reactions. In other words, where you stand, how that influences your beliefs and what you think and what you're given and stuff. Then we were supposed to pick out which one we thought would be most challenging for us as a future teacher. And at first for this one, I thought it would be guideline, which one was it? Guideline 4. notice your own defensive reactions. And the reason I thought this one was going to be harder was because as human beings, like, just instinctively, like, we react. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing, and we react to defend ourselves. As humans, we defend ourselves, and that's one of our instincts. But I think I can work on that one. And I feel like nowadays as well that it's harder to gain a deeper self-knowledge just because of the society we live in. But the one that I did actually pick was Guideline 3, to let go of your anecdotal evidence and look at the broader social patterns. This one is going to be the hardest for me, I know, because growing up we were taught that you need evidence to back up everything, you know? Math problems, you need the evidence to back up stuff. And so having that experience, those experiences kind of seems like it's evidence to me, but yeah, that's my thoughts. And then potential strategies for that. So in order to work on that guideline, I guess I will just do my best to take away my experiences, take a step back, listen, look back, or look from a systemic view, and try and understand everyone. Even though I may not agree with them, I just want to understand where they're coming from. And another one, also come in with an open mind. Like, you know, everyone's not going to have the same opinions as you, so coming in ready to hear things you may not like or you don't agree with, but in the end it'll be better because you're coming in with an open mind and you're ready to understand why they feel this way. You don't have to, like I said before, don't have to agree with it, but it's better just because you're taking a step in and you're getting out of your comfort zone and stretching. And so, yeah, and that's all. So thanks. Bye.